Hey guys, welcome back for another video. We got a good one prepared for you today. What we're going to be doing is we'll be focusing on our Oregon versus Michigan matchup we have coming up for week 10 of the 2024 college football season. We are going to completely break down and predict this game, go over the rosters, and try to predict who we think is going to win, lose, and what we predict the final score will be. We'll also take a look at the money lines, the spreads, and the over-unders for this game as well. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. If you have any comments about this game or anything else, please drop them below, and I will make sure to respond. Every week we go over every single college football game, the top 25 ones and the non-top 25 ones. We break them all down. We also do the same thing for every NFL game as well. If you are a football fan, if you are a sports fan, make sure you subscribe to the channel. So let's get started looking at our Oregon versus Michigan matchup. This game is going to be for week 10 on November 2nd at 3:30 p.m. on CBS. Number one Oregon Ducks, back-to-back weeks. They have solidified themselves as the number one team. They are 8-0. They will be playing the defending national champions, the Michigan Wolverines, who come into this game at a 5-3 record. Right now, the Ducks are heavy favorites. They have a 77.8% chance to win this game. They are 14.5-point favorites. The over-under here is 45.5. Heavy favorites here. But this is a Big Ten matchup. The reason this game specifically stands out is we know the physicality that the Wolverines play with. A lot of people think that Oregon was not made to compete in the Big Ten. They could not compete at the line of scrimmage. Well, they could not be any more wrong. This is the team that was built originally by Mario Cristobal at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. They are more than prepared to fight with Michigan, both on the offensive as well as the defensive lines. They definitely showed that in the Buckeyes team. This is a team built from the line up. They had the Heisman frontrunner, Dillon Gabriel, coming into the season. They had a sloppy first two games, won the games, found a way to win, found a way to get more comfortable in their scheme. They've been rolling ever since then. Dillon Gabriel is now back up to the Week 10 Heisman frontrunner right now. He's lighting it up through the air, closing in on 2,400 yards, 18 touchdowns, 5 picks for Michigan. That's been a major question mark for them, has been the quarterback position. Who's going to be starting? Who's going to be leading this team's offense? They've been shuffling 3 different quarterbacks. If you have 2 quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks. If you have 3 quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks. Whether it's been Orgy, Warren, Huddle, no matter who started there, they have not been able to consistently move the ball, get first downs, and punch the ball in the red zone. They have one of the worst quarterback plays. They come in 124th at quarterback play out of 134 teams nationally. But the leading passer for Michigan is Orgy with 148 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Whether it's Orgy, Warren, really doesn't matter who comes in at the quarterback position. Will the line hold up? They're going to run downhill at the Ducks. They're going to base their attack off of the run game. Right now, the Ducks come in, they're averaging 35 points a game. They're throwing for 310.6. They're running for 167.1. They can beat you passing the ball, they can beat you running the ball, and their defense right now is giving up 15.6 points per game. They're allowing 190.1 through the air, 123.5 on the ground. Now, we know Michigan the last few years has been a defensively focused team. They run to open up the play action, but they focus on their defense. Their defense is still solid this season. It's top 25, but it's not as elite as it's been in previous seasons. Right now, they're averaging 21.5 points per game. That's bottom 25 in all of college football. They're throwing only for 140.4 per game, running for 172.6. Like we said, they're going to base their attack on their ground game. They have a very good collection of running backs right now, and they're giving up 21.5 on defense, so they give up as many points as they average on offense. They give up 246.3 through the air, so there will be opportunities for Oregon to be able to push the ball vertically down the field, and they're also giving up 101 on the ground. So they're going to seek to shut down the run game, force the Ducks to have to beat them vertically through the air, hoping that they'll be able to get pressure on Dillon Gabriel, thus force him into making a couple mistakes that can maybe result in some turnovers. Looking at our playmakers for these squads, the Ducks, they are loaded. The number 5 overall roster in all of college football right now. They have Dillon Gabriel closing in on 2,400 yards passing, but he's also a mobile quarterback. That's what sets him apart, is he can extend plays with his legs. He can run for first downs. He can throw on the run while keeping his eyes looking down the field. They have Jordan James closing in on 900 yards on the ground. They have Tez Johnson. They have Stewart, one of the better 1-2 wide receiver combos in all of college football. Dylan Gabriel has 23 total touchdowns. That's both passing and rushing. For Michigan, Warren is the leading passer right now, but we know he makes a lot of mistakes, throws a lot of picks. Orgy, he's going to seek to run the ball, extend the play with his legs. You're probably going to see both quarterbacks during this game. They have Mullings, they have Edwards, they have a good 1-2 running back punch. Mullings will be leading the way, closing in on 700 yards, and he also has 7 rushing touchdowns. They have Colston Loveland, the best tight end in the nation. The problem for him, he's closing in on 500 yards receiving, but he doesn't have a quarterback who can consistently get him the ball, or he'd have a lot more. He should be the staple of this offense. He's the third down guy. Look for him. No matter who plays quarterback, he will get his catches, but he's not going to be enough of a factor here to make a difference in this game. So who do I have winning this game? It's Oregon's spread, up-tempo, physicality mix versus the downhill physical style of the Michigan Wolverines. I still have Oregon pulling it out. I'm not saying that they're going to come into Michigan and beat them as bad as Texas did, but that was a completely different time. Michigan is actually technically better than they were when they played Texas. Oregon, they don't have to blow Michigan out. Keep your guys healthy. Once you have a good lead, fourth quarter, pull your starters. You have Big Ten play here. Keep your undefeated record. You're potentially going to be rematching with the Buckeyes or possibly even playing Penn State. Keep them healthy for that Big Ten championship. Everything is in front of you right now. You only have 4 regular season games left over. You're almost in the playoffs. Keep your guys healthy. Keep your team focused. That's going to be a test for Dan Lanning with all of the success that they're having. Again, they keep bringing in the same product every week as the number 1 team. This is everyone's playoff game right now. Playing number 1 Oregon, they're going to get the best from everyone they play. Will he be able to keep the team focused throughout the season leading into that Big Ten championship? I have Oregon winning this one, 33-16, but that score not giving full justification for how good the Ducks are, but Michigan's going to keep it close. They're still going to be physical in the second half. That's what sets them apart from a lot of other teams, but the Ducks still cover the spread, and we're going to be going with the over here. So that's our breakdown. That's our prediction for our Oregon Ducks versus Michigan Wolverines matchup. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, please drop them below, and I will respond. Thank you.